Everybody want to know what's going on with Shakur Stevenson. What is Shakur going to do once he becomes a free agent in July? Well, Bob Arum just spoke on it, and he details the offer that he has on the table for Shakur. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to give y'all my take on it. But before we do that, make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's cook. So Shakur Stevenson, by far the most hated fighter in all of boxing. The fighter that gets trolled the most out of any fighter in boxing. He got a fight coming up against Arum Hartunian, and this is the opponent that Frank Martin fought in his last fight, and Frank Martin went tooth and nails with Artur Hartunian, and a lot of people thought that Hartunian beat Frank Martin, and some people had it a very close fight and gave it to Frank Martin by a round or two. I personally thought Frank Martin won the fight by a round or two. But this is the next opponent that Shakur Stevenson is fighting, and it's good because it's a good measuring stick for the Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fight. You know, if Shakur can go out there and dominate like he says he's going to do, and then Frank Martin put up a good fight against Gervonta Davis or even beats Gervonta Davis, man, that's going to change the whole scenery of the 135-pound division. So let's just sit back and wait to see what happened on both ends. But the real news is if Shakur Stevenson does go out there and get a victory on July the 6th, everybody going to want to know what's his next move. Is he signing with Top Rank? Is he going to become a free agent and move to the zone, or just move around and be able to do and fight whoever he want to fight on whatever network? What is Shakur Stevenson going to do? This has been in talks for a long time because for a while now, we've been knowing that Shakur is coming up on free agency. Now, of course, Shakur pretty much been asked this question in every interview that he does. I asked him way back months and months ago, and Shakur has said that he don't know what he going to do. He don't know if he going to re-sign back with Top Rank, but he says that he wants to stay a free agent, or if he does sign a deal, he don't want it to be no long-term deal. Well, he actually said he absolutely is not signing no long-term deal unless they come with a big, big bag that he can't resist. Now, Bob Arum, he's let the whole world know that he wants to re-sign Shakur Stevenson, unlike he did with Devin Haney. Now, if y'all remember when it came to Devin, he was like, he can go wherever he wants to go. I mean, if he wants to stay with us, he can either fight Shakur Stevenson or he can fight Teofimo Lopez. And so he was kind of like, it really don't matter. You know, that's up to Haney, but we not going in our bag to re-sign him. He can leave if he want to, so he wasn't really trying to keep Haney over there. And Haney and Bill, they vocalized how they felt about that. Well, Bob Arum is an old man now, and he really don't hold his tongue. If he don't believe in you like that, he gonna let it be known. He might not directly come out and say it, but he'll let it be known, and he wasn't really trying to re-sign Devin like that unless Devin was willing to fight Shakur or Teofimo Lopez. Now, I know I already got Devin Haney fans crying in my comments, but this ain't what this video is about. My point of saying that is just to let people know that, yeah, he trying everything he can do to try to keep Shakur Stevenson under the Top Rank banner. And of course, it doesn't surprise me because anytime Bob has spoke on Shakur Stevenson up against the other big names like a Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, a Gervonta Davis, a Devin Haney, Bob don't hold his tongue. He says he believes that Shakur is the best out of all of them, and he picks Shakur Stevenson to beat all of them. So, of course, he's going to want to keep a talent like that over at Top Rank. And, of course, you know, looking back at the mistake that he made with Floyd Mayweather. So, with all that being said, Bob Arum has recently come out and he says that he wants to put together a fight between Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson. if Lomachenko beats George Kambosos tomorrow night and Shakur Stevenson wins his fight on July the 6th, Bob Arum says this is the fight that he wants to make happen. Now, before y'all get to talking shit in the comments, let me let y'all know. I told people if you go back and you check my videos, I've been told people that Bob was going to come out and say this. This ain't a surprise. This is a tactic to keep Shakur Stevenson at Top Rank, to keep Shakur Stevenson from weighing out his options with other promotional companies. I told people Bob Arum is going to come out. He's going to promise Shakur that he's going to make a Lomachenko fight. And that is a way to keep Shakur Stevenson over at Top Rank. Now, this is how I feel about the whole situation, because he's dangling Lomachenko in Shakur Stevenson's face, right? And we all know that Shakur has been very vocal on wanting to fight Lomachenko soon, because he don't want to age Lomachenko out any more than he's already been aged. Shakur been trying to get this Lomachenko fight for quite some time now. Matter of fact, Shakur been trying to fight Lomachenko before he ever mentioned Gervonta Davis. But the Lomachenko fight has never happened because Lomachenko has been vocal about not fighting Shakur. He told Shakur no on several different occasions. So with this news, we got a situation going on. We know that the world wants to see Shakur and Gervonta Davis fight, but Shakur, in order to make that fight happen, a lot of people are saying, well, Shakur got to sign with the PBC. And I've already spoke on that. I said Shakur absolutely should not sign with the PBC if the PBC cannot guarantee Gervonta Davis in the next fight or two. If the PBC refused to put Tank Davis in writing in the next fight or two, why would Shakur sign a long-term deal with the PBC to get set on the shelf? And then, you know, they gonna want to invest all their money into Tank, so they gonna sit Shakur on the shelf and have him fighting once a year. So I've stated on several occasions that would be a retarded move to make if Tank Davis is not in writing. Now, if they can give Tank Davis to you on contract in writing within the next two fights, of course, absolutely Shakur should sign with the PBC, because now you got it in contract that you're going to fight Gervonta Davis, either your first fight with the PBC or the second fight. No problem. Go ahead and sign that name. And if they did offer Shakur that and he didn't accept it, then I would have a problem with it. Now, when it comes to this Vasyl Lomachenko, you know, and Bob Arum offering Lomachenko to Shakur, I feel the same exact way. If Bob Arum cannot present Shakur Stevenson with Lomachenko's name in contract, like, okay, Lomachenko just fought, you just fought, let's get this fight made. Let's get the pen and paper together and get Lomachenko's name on a contract. If Bob Arum can't present Lomachenko's name on the contract, Shakur Stevenson should absolutely not sign back with Top Rank. Because without Lomachenko's name on contract, Lomachenko ain't gonna fight Shakur. Lomachenko is gonna go around Shakur Stevenson by probably fighting Navarrete next if Navarrete beat Baranchyk next, because Navarrete got a fight coming up in a month or so, or 2 months. I don't know exactly when it is, but Navarrete will be fighting Baranchyk, and they fight for a strap at 135, right? And my belief has been that Vasyl Lomachenko is going to continue to do what he's been doing this whole time, duck Shakur Stevenson, and he's going to want to fight Navarrete because he sees Navarrete as a much easier fight than Shakur Stevenson. See, people don't know that Shakur been sparring Lomachenko. Well, I ain't gonna say been, but Shakur was sparring Lomachenko when he was much younger, and he was putting hands on Lomachenko. That's why Lomachenko has never wanted to fight Shakur. So what makes me think that Lomachenko is gonna take a Shakur Stevenson fight right now? I don't know. Maybe he will, but prove it by having your name on the contract, right? If, like I said, if Bob Arum can present Lomachenko's name on the contract, well, bro, you can't talk me into re-signing with Top Rank, because Bob Arum cannot promise Vasyl Lomachenko. Vasyl Lomachenko is the only one that can make that happen, because if Lomachenko don't want to fight Shakur, Bob can't make him fight Shakur, and Bob ain't gonna try to make him. Simple as that. So this is how I feel about the situation. Of course, weigh your options out with PBC. See if they're willing to put Gervonta Davis on a contract. If they not, chunk the deuce to them, go to Top Rank, and see if Bob Arum is willing to put Lomachenko on the contract. If he can make that happen in writing, sign back with Top Rank for a fight or two max. If he can't make that happen, well, you need to stay a free agent and, just do what you can do. Anyway, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation. Drop a comment in the comment section. Make sure you hit my like button, subscribe to the channel if you not already subbed, and y'all already know how I do. There go talking that boxing again, and I'm gone.
Fellas like a weak block, shoot a bullet and it fall to the ground with your heat drop. Ain't no competition we got. Bitter dark when I ride, press live like a T5. Give me high in the treetop. I'm making love to the beat like the track got a G-spot. And I'm chewing every MC, yo. Try to run with them, but they can't keep up, bruh. What you wanna face me for?